What up, y'all? Planet of Fakes here. It's your captain. Watch that first step. It's a doozy. I don't know how long this flight is.
What is freedom?
Freedom is black power.
What is black power?
Black power is.
Do you know what black power is?
People wanna hustle to death like a shorty been. They applaud me, they applaud me. Global hero step foot in your town, they scream Lordy. They applaud me, they applaud me. Back down, a whole police precinct, cameras record me. They applaud me, they applaud me. People that you think would snitch and report me don't. They applaud me, they applaud me. I'm so tired of these people who's admiring these people. I'm a dawn like Trump, firing these people. Orthodontists put a plier in these people. No business card, website, or flyers for these people. I really need to stop inspiring these people. I see rat snakes and cheaters, lying liars with these people. Cease and desist on perspiring these people. If actions speak like
Freedom.
Freedom is black power.
What is black power?
Black power is.
Do you know what black power is?
people wanna hustle to death like a shorty been. They applaud me, they applaud me. Global hero step foot in your town, they scream Lordy. They applaud me, they applaud me. Back down, a whole police precinct, cameras record me. They applaud me, they applaud me. People that you think would snitch and report me don't. They applaud me, they applaud me. I'm so tired of these people who's admiring these people. I'm a dawn like Trump, firing these people. Orthodontists put a plier in these people. No business card, website, or flyers for these people. I really need to stop inspiring these people. I see rat snakes and cheaters, lying liars with these people. Cease and desist on perspiring these people. If actions speak louder, then I'm wiring these people. They really not worth my time expiring these people. Stop it at Abilene, sick of choir on these people. Use a 90s style, bang on the dryer on these people. Fold the clothes, doors, clean a fryer on these people. For the last 5 years, I sent my buyer to these people. While I snitch on government, I'm the trier of these people. I know they don't use them, but rights is dire to the people. I'm Messiah to the people, he's a squire to the people. Bringing Briar to the people, required like illegals. I send Tyra to the people. Now you tired from the lethal. Sniff this, blow that, I'm still higher than the people. About to burn myself, do a Richard Pryor on the people. People wanna hustle to death like a shorty been. They applaud me, they applaud me. Global hero step foot in your town, they scream Lordy. They applaud me, they applaud me. Back down, a whole police precinct, cameras record me. They applaud me, they applaud me. People that you think would snitch and report me don't. They applaud me, they applaud me.
Do you know what black power is?
No.
Well, then you should never make any statements if you don't know what they mean.
I'm sorry, I don't know.
Yeah, we really in an info war, and they feeding y'all a lot of false information just to get y'all right in their chicken coop. Watch them false flag attacks. Just
Think I had it sweet, think I had it easy. You get beat on these streets where I eat what the feezy. We never give, we live like it's no guard. Get it done and never have to go hard. Now I'm global hero, hard of the heights, known to bend the law and barter for rights. Fight the power with white and powder, green and purple, the beings that birth you. I'm the magician on this mission with the vision, the dodge collision, the gold division, or charged in prison. They held me so long, my camouflage is prison. I'm the shepherd with a gun in the sheeple, treated like a leopard. I'm one of the people in this war for independence, beefing with redcoats and they remnants. Battle starved plus fatigue. We will beat the globalist Justice League. This ain't a democracy, it's a republic. Do you see monotony and being lovesick? Give me liberty or give me death, a pull of some raw with my last breath. They rather give me a loaf than fulfill their oath. Ignore they duty, accidentally shoot me. Think I had it sweet, think I had it easy. You get beat on these streets where I eat with the feezy. We never give, we live like it's no God. Get it done and never have to go hard. I'm a global hero, heart of the heights, known to bend the law and barter for rights. Fight the power with white and powder, green and purple, the beings that birth you. Think I had it sweet, think I had it easy. I was raised in the jacks, hair neat looking peasy. Pockets was the fullest, still feel the brokest. I'm surrounded by trees, I might as well smoke this. Hocus pocus, now I'm OG's locust. Still be the roguish, you feel me, you bogus. What happened, you told lies, rapping, you sold lies. Strapped so I won't wide, clap so I don't die. Took my time to turn with fame, left it all to learn again. The eternal flame, one page, or burn your frame. You haven't even earned your name, saying return your dame. I'm the straight guy, these faggots hate. Shut down your court of magistrate. Looking back, ain't nothing sweet. Gotta shack that stuff with heat. Stuff you. Think I had it sweet, think I had it easy. You get beat on these streets where I eat with the feezy. We never give, we live like it's no God. Get it done and never have to go hard. I'm a global hero, heart of the heights, known to bend the law and barter for rights. Fight the power with white and powder, green and purple, the beings that birth you. Global Justice League. We got these digi-duck.
Here we came too far, in the darkest days, don't know where we are, or who we are. Here we came too far, in the darkest days, don't know where we are, or who we are. Here we came too far, in the darkest days, don't know where we are, or who we are. Here we came too far, in the darkest days, don't know where we are, or who we are. Overdosing on the same damn pills, trying to but can't get no deal. Struggling just to pay one bill, wishing you had a Uncle Phil. Rob him, if you gotta kill, make sure he don't get up those hills. Time for me to get on one more drill, won't stop till we hit 1 mil. Bitch, you know I'm talking, so move the ass and stop watching. It's your new job, so clocking. I'm a boss, my bad if I'm barking. I come straight from road Boston, it's the same old road I be crossing. It's the same strip, I'm always walking. Might end up in a coffin. You will never catch me lacking. Me and my niggas stay packing. Uptown does shit that I'm reppin'. So I warn you, just use that caution. Niggas see me in my foreign. That bitch is deaf cause she boring. Most these girls now just talking. And I hate to say it, but they coming. Niggas have no bread in their pocket, but be the ones bagging often. Y'all see the design I be rocking. Of course, y'all on IG stalking. Now I'm the last one that's laughing. While y'all niggas just chatting. Y'all talking about this blasting, but we know y'all niggas just acting. Here we came too far, in the darkest days, don't know where we are, or who we are. Here we came too far, in the darkest days, don't know where we are, or who we are. Here we came too far, in the darkest days, don't know where we are, or who we are. Here we came too far, in the darkest days, don't know where we are, or who we are. Tired of dealing with the same old shit. Pass the spliff, I need one more hit. Still driving with no permit. Ain't drunk, but I'm tryna get lit. She told me that I could hit. Told her I ain't tryna come in. She took out but her tits. Need bed, don't need that's no what to my mama. Time to go focus on commas. Chose to be one about drama. Yeah, I'ma holler. Pull up on court with a bomber. Ball, how the fuck that I wanna. You know that I gotta make it for all my fucking brothers. When I shit up, blow Obama, hey, straight to the Bahamas. Don't jack, tell 'em a scammer. Coming up the whole lot of hanging on like a hanger. Tryna see all the ops dead. Smelly wood always in my head, seeing city make it spread. Yeah, I heard what the fuck I said. All my niggas feeling fear, that's word to my dead. I'm just tryna be ahead, make it back home in the bed. Shot out, Gene and red. Niggas be taking off heads. I'm just tryna get this bread left out. Yeah, we came too far. In the darkest days, don't know where we are or who we are. Yeah, we came too far. In the darkest days, don't know where we are or who we are. Yeah, we came too far.
She told me to come
In the
go
darkest
back to
days, don't know where we are or who we are. Yeah, we came too far. In the darkest days, don't know where we are or who we are. Who we are. You know we do. FF. Yeah.
What up, Queen Judah? We in here chillin'. Peace, Queen. Believe it or not, I don't know much about this Philly police officer shooting, so let's check it out. I compiled a little video. You know I like to watch it with y'all. Is my volume high enough, or do I need to be higher? And I don't know what happened. I dropped my mic a couple of days ago, and it's never been the same since. But can y'all hear me? Holla if you hear me. Planet of Fakes in the house. New Umbrella Corp. Shout out to Queen Judah. Shout out to Miss Don Diva, the Queen, holding it down with me. So let's see what was going on as far as, I guess, 5 p.m. this evening.
The Constitution, the Bill of Rights is orderly. Come to D Street, you know where my corner
Everybody's
be
night's
south
going
to the
good.
My day try to dawn the house.
Happy born day to your king, Queen Judah.
Alright, what up, y'all? Planet of Fakes here in Pigstar HH News. Pardon me, I'm cooking. As you heard, there was some type of shooting. 6 police got shot. I don't know how many fatal. I compiled a video of the live scene. About 80 children being evacuated. So let me know what you think about it. If the video doesn't start after I stop talking, click the link in the description. Pigstar HH News, New Umbrella Corp. We're unstoppable.
Number 6.
Planet of the Fakes 4 Families. And Pigstar HH News. Miss Anointed. 5 Philly officers shot during active firefight, 6th officer hurt. It was like a war, a mother, who lives in the neighborhood, told NBC 10, like the scenes that you see in war. The guns, the fire, the noise. It was like bombs going off simultaneously at a time where people are having dinner. At least 5 Philadelphia police officers were shot during what officials called an active firefight in the city's Nicetown section Wednesday afternoon, prompting a massive response to the largely residential North Philadelphia neighborhood. Gunfire erupted around 4:30 p.m. after a narcotics officer attempted to serve a warrant to a house near the corner of North 15th and West Butler Streets. A 6th police officer responding to the scene was injured in a car accident at the nearby intersection of North Broad and West Cayuga Streets. A pedestrian was also injured, police said. All of the officers are expected to survive, officials said. At least one suspect is in custody, according to police. Officers continue to battle with a second gunman, who remains barricaded inside a home nearly 2 hours later. It was like the war, like a scene that you see in war, a woman who lives in the neighborhood told, and the immediate area. The neighborhood is roughly 2 miles north of Temple University and about 4 miles from Center City. Mayor Jim Kenney and District Attorney Larry Krasner arrived at the hospital shortly after injured officers were taken for medical treatment. A lockdown is in effect at Temple University's Health Sciences Center campus. The school put out an alert for students to shelter in place. The shooting also caused major delays for SEPTA's bus and trolley services. This story is developing. Check back for updates. Like, comment, follow, share, subscribe. Then visit
communication with the people who were inside that daycare. She was the owner, but she wasn't at this specific location at the time of the shooting. So she was elsewhere, and she was communicating with them and did not know that this evacuation was going to take place.
Right.
And we were talking to her, and our producer told us in our ear that those 80 children were being taken out and taken to a safer location, and that is what you're looking at right now. So just the swiftness of that, and all of those officers with those babies in arms.
When the clock strikes 12, they know they can control parents with kids. So you always got to keep an eye out for emergencies in areas of where your schools for your children are. Because when the clock strikes 12, they know parents will go wherever they believe their children are.
Arms, the daycare workers with those children in their arms, and fortunately those children look okay. They look fine. They don't look scared, which is the last thing you would want for those children.
No. So parents, go get your kids at 3600 Germantown Avenue.
See?
That will be quite the reunion for everyone involved. Children are all okay. They've been okay for the last several hours, but they were sort of gathered together into one room of that daycare. They're just a block from
I believe they got
the
a system
scene
set
of
up for
the
you
shooting.
to get your kid.
And they've been waiting for the situation to be resolved, but obviously police felt it was a good time to get them out, safely, and they did so.
Because your mind always goes to the kids, as did the resident who Brandon Hudson was speaking to. When Brandon approached him and talked to him about all the commotion and the chaos in that neighborhood, the first thing he said was, "I'm concerned about those kids in the daycare."
Okay, I understand we've reestablished communication with Yvonne Thomas Curry, who's the owner of this daycare. We understand the kids are all out, and you have a meeting point established. Is that right?
Yes, we do.
You must be very relieved.
Yes, I am.
So you would like, and just to confirm with you, the parents should pick those children up at 3600 Germantown Avenue?
Yes. 3600
And what is
Germantown
exactly
Avenue.
at 3600 Germantown Avenue? Is that a specific building, if people aren't that familiar with that specific area?
Yeah, just the community is familiar with that area.
They'll know where to go. Did you have a chance to speak with some of your employees before they got out? Right as we were with you on the air, we let you go to talk.
They were in transition. Yep, they were in transition. They were coming out the building as we were speaking, boarding on the 23 bus. And that's where they're taking them to the designated spot, 3600 Germantown Avenue.
What's going on, Miss Drake? I was just thinking about you today.
Video? I don't know if you're near a television, Yvonne, at all. Have you been able to look at the video of your children, of your daycare, being taken out by these police officers?
Not really, because I'm trying to get a hold with our phone carrier, so parents who's calling the daycare the number can be forwarded to the director's cell phone, so we can ensure they get this information about where their children are.
How would I feel about your kids just being shipped off somewhere and you have to go there to get them right in the middle of a work day? There's nothing you really could do. It's an emergency, right? But I'm telling you right now, every time they have to evacuate kids, they get better at it. Yep, they get better at it. All right, let me see what else I got here. We just gonna be running through these flawless videos, police stuff going on here. I got a good one. I think I'm gonna pop this one out right now. Let's go into our Google Photos. Shout out to y'all. But let's go to our Google Photos real quick because we're gonna get into this one. I don't know what it's about, but I know it's like 13 minutes long. So with that being said, we're gonna rock out with that one because it's a nice police one. This joint right here. Shout out to, I believe, Miss Don Diva for this, if I'm not mistaken.
Hello, this is Kamiko, and I am in Royal Oak, Michigan. I was
Royal Oak, Michigan.
going to the CVS over here when this young man is stopped because a Caucasian lady said that he looked at her suspiciously, and he has been pulled over walking to go to eat by 2 police officers for suspicion of being black and looking at the Caucasian woman.
got stopped plenty of times for being black. So I can believe this one.
He been stopped for looking at the Caucasian woman in Royal Oak, Michigan. They got him surrounded. So I'm not gonna leave the brother out here.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. By the way, I'm sorry for wasting you guys' time. Maybe I can get a bill out of you guys. What time do you guys close?
I got pulled over one time.
He tried to get something to eat.
I had bought this, when I first bought this Neon.
And the lady is over there in her car, in the white car, with her window rolled down. She said the brother looked suspicious, and she called the police on him.
Police drives past my block. I just went up my block to do a U-E to come down my block to put my car in my driveway. So as I'm coming back down my block, a cop car just drives by, probably like 20 miles an hour. Don't you know this motherfucker reversed, came up my street, and stopped me from going in my driveway and pulled me over right there, right? He's like, yo, this license don't match this car. I'm like, yo, I just bought this car. I'm putting it in my driveway. And like I told y'all, these people was breaking into my house and I had caught them. And basically they had got locked up. He recognized me from that shit. We laughed about it. He just let me go on my way. Only time I've been pulled over. I got pulled over another time, but that was totally my fault. I'm just talking about on some old other shit. That's like the only time.
And they got him surrounded. So we called for a supervisor.
I don't know how he read my license that fast, yo. You made that shit like 1 minute. Like drove by, just backed up, came up there like this license don't place don't belong in his car. I'm like, what the fuck?
Terrible.
It's happened to me plenty of times.
Royal Oak.
Cause I'm hard-headed.
Don't be black.
I like moving in all white neighborhoods. Yep. Not that I'm racist or anything, but I notice I get pulled over less in all white neighborhoods because the cops feel guilty, thinking I already got pulled over by the previous white cop that saw me. And I just be vroom, 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 running through that shit. But I'm not a hot boy. I be in there, no tents, seatbelt on, no rims, probably driving a girly looking car, don't even give a fake, chilling, riding dirty.
Black.
Riding dirty. You know it's not serious because they don't got them detained.
Do not look at somebody of a different color in Royal Oak, Michigan, because they will call the police. They got all the people out here looking at them.
Oh, Diane, I see at the house. Be careful.
You guys might want to be careful there. You know, they're real suspicious around here. Don't look at me too long because he'll come hit. You know, the police will come and harass you for looking at me for too long. Listen, be careful.
Mm-hmm.
I need to make that like a warning sign for you. Don't stare too long because people.
No, don't be black and stare.
Right.
Maybe that might be.
Do not be black and stare. Or even look. If you're a black man and come to Royal Oak, Michigan, because the Royal Oak police will pull up on you.
What are we waiting for?
It's his supervisor. I'm guessing that's what we're waiting on.
The poor guy, he just wanted to go get something to eat. How old are you?
I'm only 20 years old, man.
20 years old.
It's pretty expensive to live in America.
This is one of the police officers. We're going to get his badge number. This is probably what he does.
When you have kids, just put yourself in my shoes.
And this is the restaurant owner that came out. He was trying to go to the restaurant and eat. And the white lady over there in that white car by the CVS sign called the police on him and said that he looked at her suspiciously and she called the police on him. Oh, Jesus, they got the motorcycles. Oh my God. Wow. Wow, this is real. My God, we plead the blood of Jesus over them. This is stripping right here. I don't believe this. Hi. Hello. Let me get close. Black in America, Royal Oak, Michigan. You look suspicious.
That's why the Muslims is moving in heavy.
They pulled up on 20-year-old.
She doesn't even know me, but she's still out here standing.
This is the restaurant owner. She is not leaving his side.
So if someone calls,
that's good, but I'm tired of having, as a grown man, I have to have a fucking spokesperson. I'm tired of traveling with a witness. Yeah, man. Should be like this. You gotta travel with a witness as a black man.
How do we know until we find out?
Not even for danger, but for the pigs.
I'm walking in. I'm right here. So I'm not even close to her. So once she even see that, ma'am, I don't think these even paying any attention.
That's why I be flipping out online.
I'm gonna go over here and get this lady on camera.
Y'all fucking with us in the real world. We come online, you fucking with us online, I'm gonna wild out.
They pulled up on the brother in Royal Oak, Michigan, because the Caucasian lady done called the police on him. After he just walking down the street to meet his girlfriend at a restaurant. This is the restaurant owner.
Walking while
He's free
black.
to go.
WWB. WWB.
He's free.
Walking while black.
This the restaurant owner.
Just realize we gotta face this shit every morning. You should be prepared if you fuck with a black man to get some attitude.
You gotta understand, like,
the lady over there in that car she called, who's sitting over there hiding. This is awful.
You can come back and enjoy your food. Thank you guys so much.
We weren't leaving.
Now they gonna tell them what they was doing.
Totally horrible.
If that were me walking across the street and walking in, this would not be happening.
Now they gonna tell them what they was doing.
This would not be happening. Somebody called about you. No, I know that, but like to keep them.
I think you're inferring a lot, and you probably are too. You're inferring a hell of a lot.
No,
and you're implying a lot.
We are lit.
Okay.
The lady over there, she called. The one hiding over there. He better run. The guy over there, he better run. You in the wrong neighborhood, brother.
How do we know that until we talk to anybody?
You're right. I understand that. But
Are we supposed to have all these facts
this is the
before
point,
talking to people?
The whole thing is that this lasted so long.
Well, we came from 13 and Woodward because we were called over here for this nonsense.
Nonsense.
A
racist lady.
He just says, hey, I'm going in for you can record this too.
I am.
All you have to do is say, you know what, I'm just parking my car, minding my own business. Okay?
He did several times.
Checks okay, and you know what? He'd be eating right now. He'd have an hors d'oeuvre right now.
He did say
He
that.
did say that.
And then he asked for a supervisor because he was being
harassed and threatened.
Okay, we had to respond, right? We had to respond.
Said,
we were 4 miles away.
That's
Sorry.
fine. I understand you were 4 miles away.
Just so everyone understands that it's not that big of a deal.
It is a big deal when it's happened consistently. This is absurd. And the lady is sitting over there just as black people.
Not today. I mean, like I said.
Thank God.
What do you mean?
When I wasn't leaving them, I have 3 black sons. There's no way. No.
So it hasn't happened yet today.
Kimiko Adolf, thank God. But I'm out here. I'm not from around here, but I want to feel safe when I come out here. If I look at somebody of a different color, that they don't pull up on me.
Oh, please. This is
Thank
Royal
you.
Oak, ma'am.
I know that. They got it. They got it on Facebook Live. This is Royal Oak. You're right about that. Come on, Mama.
Okay, hold on there. I do know that I don't know which officer it is that arrested him. I'm not for sure.
Mama done pulled up.
But he has arrested him. And he pulls him over and it's the same stuff.
The blood of Jesus got him.
And I'm making somebody look
Now I'm going to CVS. While the white lady, she's still over there in her car. The mama done pulled up.
I've been on the phone the whole time. I didn't
Woo-wee. My gosh. Thank God for the owner of this restaurant. In seasons, y'all come on down. But if you black, just do not look at white people. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. They surrounded the boy. His mother had to come. I just tried to go to CVS. And the white lady is over there in her car. Unbelievable. She's hiding in the white car underneath the CVS because she said the boy looked at her suspiciously, and they done called all these police on the boy. This is the restaurant owner, you guys, of the In Seasons Cafe in Royal Oak. She's awesome. She said she's not going to leave that baby, and his mother came from wherever she came to speak to these police for harassing her son. I want to go over there to the car, to the lady. But I just want to go to CVS. Stay out of Royal Oak. But they're not keeping me out the door to Jesus. I don't want my kids to come here. Oh, this is awful. Suspicious. Okay, this is the restaurant owner. And that's it.
Ain't this a bunch of garbage? But it's sad people's sons actually may have to anticipate this behavior.
I never went Facebook Live, but this was something that I had to do because I didn't know what was going to happen with the boy. But anyway, he went to go eat. It's done. They surrounded the young man in Royal Oak, Michigan for looking suspicious at the Caucasian lady, and she is over there hiding in her car. They held him for like 25 minutes saying, what was he doing over here? And now finally, they let him go. Because the white lady called the police on the young man trying to come to eat in Royal Oak, Michigan. Because she said he looked at her suspicious. And all of these police officers pulled up. But it's over now because his mama came from wherever she came. And we just wanted to go Facebook Live so you guys can know what was going on. And we did not want no more crazy stuff. That's it. I'm out. He's in the restaurant. I'm going to CVS. And I was out here.
Right now, they trying to trick him into saying, hey, Tam, peace, queen, what's going on? Yeah, that is real. I admire that as well, Tam.
The young man is in the restaurant eating. I'm going to go to CVS, Royal Oak, Michigan. They pulled him over because he was walking into a restaurant and because a white lady said that he looked at her suspiciously. And I began to film because this is crazy. Not today. They all pulled up on him. This is the restaurant owner, or she works here for the In Seasons restaurant. Now you guys, you got to come here because she's awesome. She done went off on the police. She told them, I can't believe you did that. She did not leave the young man out here. And that's it. And the white lady that called the police is over there underneath the CVS sign. She didn't get out of her car, but I think she was hoping that he got arrested for something. They thought he had a warrant, so the mama gonna get the badge number for these guys. And this is awesome. And it's over. That's it. Everybody have a good day. Pray and stay safe. go.
14 minutes of nothingness for no reason. Oh, and everything. I gotta give him a Tupac. And everything. They had more cops there than the hours that he stayed there. 7 cops there. He wasn't there for an hour. Let's see what this guy's talking about right here, shall we? Pigstar 8.
Well, we had another horrible weekend in America, and I'm not talking about the Cowboys' annual blue-white scrimmage. 2 more shootings in America this weekend, and I have been waiting for someone to say this, but since no one has or will, I guess I will.
Betray us, you
Why
settle for
is
less.
it when a white man opens fire, he is always referred to as a crazy guy, a nut with a gun, a man who is dealing with mental health issues? But when 19 Muslims fly into a building, 15 of them from Saudi Arabia, we invade Iraq and then blame the entire religion. Then try to ban all Muslims from coming to America. When the Mexican immigrant does commit a crime, far fewer than Americans do, we want to build a wall to stop the Hispanic invasion. White guys like Timothy McVeigh, who blew up the federal building in Oklahoma, killing 168, white guys like the 2 shooters this weekend, never represent the race or religion, only the Hispanics and Muslims do. Am I really the only one who sees a problem there? But if we ever do ban all the Muslims, can Kareem Abdul-Jabbar stay?
Try psychology.
I like him. And you thought I wouldn't talk any sports this morning. I'm Dale Hansen. Try to find some joy in your day. In your day.
Thank you, Dale.
Assalamu alaikum. It's your brother Ben X. Before I get started on this whole topic of the mass shootings, I want to make something plain about 9/11.
Shout out to Ben X. Your man is, y'all don't know who Ben X is. Ben X is a YouTuber. This dude, he does his thing. Y'all remember him for the Kanika Jenkins? He had a couple of videos. Ben X. Shout out to Ben X.
Just because somebody is from the East or just because somebody is Arab does not make them Muslim. It has pretty much almost been proven that the 9/11 job was an inside job.
Thank you.
I want to give you guys some homework to do. I want you to go to your computer right now and Google Operation Northwoods. Go to your Google right now and Google Operation Northwoods. Then I want you to go to YouTube and type in Long Kiss Goodnight Operation Honeymoon. Or just go to YouTube and type in Long Kiss Goodnight, the movie with Samuel L. Jackson, and go to the 9/11 scene. Now, why is this important? Operation Northwoods was about the American government pretty much doing a false flag where they would bomb their own cities. They would kill their own people and make it seem like it was from Cuba, also they can get into a war with Cuba. Same thing that goes on with the East, same thing that goes on with a lot of wars. They want the resources. They want money. So they'll cause wars, send us out there to go fight their fight when actually there's nobody attacking us. We as a country, or them, the government as a country, is attacking other countries. So what they're doing is they'll make it seem like we're being attacked. They'll make it seem like there's terroristic attacks on us so that we can be supportive of what they go do to the East or what they was going to do in Cuba. Now, they say this operation didn't go through, but I believe the mindset did in 9/11. Predictive programming. I want you to also Google predictive programming. Predictive programming is when they play something in TV shows over and over and over again, or they play it in a movie over and over again, or they show you something. So when you see it in real life, you're now desensitized. So no, was it Muslims? What happened is it was an inside job, and what they do is they make it seem like it was Muslims, so now you can have this propaganda going out about Muslims when actually it's your own government. Now, he made a great point about every time a white man do something, oh, he's sick, him sick, he got mental illness. We going back to his childhood and see how he was mistreated. Like black people ain't in the worst condition. But whenever we kill somebody, oh, this man is a gang member. Whenever we kill somebody, oh man, this man is a monster.
What does that man on the bottom of the screen look like?
We dealing with predators. Huh? Remember that, Hillary? So Think about that when you're looking at all these mass shootings in El Paso. When you're looking at these mass shootings in Ohio. I wonder if they're going to call them terrorists. They should. They should. Because if it was a Muslim, you blaming you blaming all Muslims. See what I'm saying? If a Muslim do something, you making sure you say Muslim, such and so Muhammad. You ain't gonna just say his name. You're gonna make sure you put Muslim. You're gonna make sure you put black man. You're gonna make sure you put black teen. But white man do something, mentally retarded John Stevens.
That's true right there.
Mentally challenged Eric Smith. So he makes a good point, family. That's why media is so important. That's why we have to control our narrative as a people. Stop just promoting all this gossip. We don't have to just try to blow up off gossip, talking about celebrity gossip, talking about what this person, who they done divorced and who this person done cheated on. Hell, you about to divorce yourself. We all got problems now. We all got, so we need to start focusing on controlling the narrative on what's going on in this media. Every time somebody die, this man can have his hands straight up, knowing the police wrong. You going back to when he done kicked the volleyball at the teacher in middle school. You going all in elementary, he said the D word. What's the D? Damn, he said damn. They going back to get all of our mess. So we have to control our media and start putting some news out there to give our side of the story. Because our side of the story always going to be messed up by them. And there's always going to be dressed up. But I'm telling you something. The naked truth is catching up to that well-dressed lie. With social media, they have allowed us to control our own media, blow up on our own media, and now we are waking the people up through consciousness. What y'all think about this narrative, though, family? Every time a white person do something, man, they always try to figure out a way, mental illness. Y'all know Dylan Roof? Y'all know they stopped this man to get a burger from Burger King, man. They'll never do a black. They ain't never stopping a black man by Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. What y'all think, family?
They may stop there, but we're not going to get it put on the news,
Well, we had another horrible weekend in America, and I'm not talking about the Cowboys' annual blue-white scrimmage. 2 more shootings in America this weekend, and I have been waiting for...
I can't co-sign this one. Personally, I know COs that take prisoners that done heinous acts to fast food restaurants on a chain gang route. Let's get to this next one, shall we? Shout out to Miss Don Diva for this one, too. This looks like a drug raid at a home. I don't want to spoil it, so I'm going to just let the video talk.
The Constitution, the Bill of Rights is ornery. Come to D Street, you know where my corner be. Shout to the 34th. I dare you try to dawn the house. I'm not afraid. 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 Planet of the Fakes Radio will teach you rights. Put a limit on government. The rich and nice.
What up, y'all? Planet of Fakes for Families and Pigstar HH News. I compiled this video, and it's of a Detroit dad that basically got arrested for having drugs in his house, but they made it seem like he was Tony Montana. It looked like he was just a dude trying to make a living. Yes, he had weapons all around the house, but the police wasn't there because a kid shot somebody. You understand what I'm saying? So I just want y'all to pay attention to this because they emphasizing on all the wrong things.
And the reason I always say that, because the system will always try to penalize us for what could have happened. But when we look at the behavior of the police, we could use that same thing to penalize them for what could happen. Because if we got civil servants treating people like slaves and dogs, it's so easy for the country to be taken over by tyrants then. Because we already watched us as a free society get dehumanized and disgraced and oppressed. It's like they're ushering in a new oppressive system. So that's why you could say the same thing when cops start mistreating you. Like, based on how you treating us, our country could be getting taken over right now based on you believing you could do these heinous acts to me and unlawful acts to us. But let's continue.
All right, say they did find guns in the house. Prove it's his. Somebody else could live there who actually have them registered. Because they're only going to mention one stolen gun, but they're going to show you probably about 3 of them. So think about it. If there's 2 other unstolen guns there, then somebody more than likely in the house have a right to bear arms. You understand? But forget about all that. Listen to the story. Try to calculate how much drugs he got caught with, and then calculate the time he got, and just give me your opinion on that. Because you're supposed to do 15 years automatically in the feds if you're a convicted felon caught with guns. So just let me know, Planet of the Fakes. And if the video don't start after I stop talking, click the link in the description.
This is the Umbrella POTFS
Planet
channel.
of the Fakes 4 Families.
Premium.
And Pigstar HH News. Detroit dad runs drug trafficking operation with loaded guns, drugs hidden near children, police say. Lawrence McDaniel taken into custody. Detroit. A Detroit father was running a drug trafficking operation out of his home, leaving a stash of loaded guns and drugs within reach of his young children, police said. Robson Street is in a family-friendly neighborhood in Detroit where children play in front yards and ride bicycles on sidewalks. But Lawrence Keith McDaniel, 35, was doing something inside his home on Robson Street that was dangerous and could have been deadly, according to police. Lawrence Keith McDaniel. He's conducting business there, former Assistant Detroit Police Chief Steve Dallunt said. What he's not realizing is if he takes off the wrong person, they could shoot that house up. He's thinking, here's my perfect cover. I've got my girlfriend and the 4 kids. Who would think I'm dealing drugs? According to McDaniel's sentencing memorandum, he ran a drug trafficking operation out of the home and had extremely dangerous weapons, putting the lives of his children and community at risk.
Thank you, Ms. Dante.
Police said when they busted into the home, they found an Alaska -47 style assault rifle loaded with 30 rounds under the couch in the living room, a stolen handgun in a bed frame, 100 rounds of ammunition upstairs, marijuana and cocaine, a gun under a couch inside the home. Police said an assault rifle loaded with 30 rounds was found under the couch in the living room. 2 handguns found inside the home. One of the hidden weapons inside the home, according to police. His children were living inside the home, police said. Officials said they saw bunk beds, a baby carrier and family pictures decorating the home. I question if this individual had the best interest of the kids when he had weapons lying around, drugs lying around, unsavory characters coming in and out, Dallunt said. This wasn't McDaniel's first trouble with the law, officials said. The local 4 defenders have learned McDaniel had several prior drug-related felony convictions over the last 17 years. McDaniel was prohibited by state and federal law enforcement agencies from possessing firearms, according to authorities. Now, McDaniel is behind bars, serving a 6-year sentence. Residents in the neighborhood said they're relieved. A home on Robin Street in Detroit where a father was allegedly dealing drugs. W did. They don't want a dope house in their neighborhood, Dallunt said. They don't want weapons in their neighborhood. They work for a living and they shouldn't be exposed to possible gunshots in their house. Criminals coming around. Like, comment, follow, share, subscribe. Then visit.
He has an AK-47 under the couch. He's got dope hidden in the dishwasher.
And that's not all that was inside the house.
I question if this individual had the best interests of the kids when he had weapons laying around, drugs laying around, unsavory characters coming in and out.
Unsavory?
A local father is behind bars today after running a drug trafficking operation out of his...
Let me ask the chat. How would you feel if I called you... Please, she's unsavory. How would you feel if you were called unsavory? I've never called somebody unsavory. Like, nah, I can't fuck with her, man. She's unsavory. Unsavory sounds too close to... Let's continue. Planet of Fakes, Pigstar HH News, new umbrella called We Unstoppable.
Home. And that really wasn't the only concern. According to federal documents, the stash of weapons and drugs found were within reach of his young children.
So what? You don't even know where the children were. Let's pause it. How do they know where the children were? How do they know where the weapons were? How do they know when the children and weapons were together? Like, come on. They sitting there guiltifying this guy based on circumstantial assumptions.
Hey, Marcus, hey, look.
A place where kids play in their front yards, ride bikes on the sidewalk. A family-friendly neighborhood.
I'm not gonna lie, that neighborhood, I'm not gonna lie. The way they promote this neighborhood and the way that it looks from this drone camera, it does look like a good neighborhood and it makes you want him to get life. Listen to how they describe this place as they show it to us. Because I started looking like, well, don't look like nowhere I know drugs to ever be sold at. Like, but check this place out. It looks like your good neighborhood. Then they show the kids on the street and it's like, we want them to have a future, not like this, man. Yo,
Father
this
was
shit is
allegedly
really
dealing
deep.
drugs. WDiv. They don't want a dope house in their neighborhood, Dalan said. They don't want weapons in their neighborhood. They work for a living and they shouldn't be exposed to possible gunshots in their house. Criminals coming around. Like, comment, follow, share, subscribe. Then visit.
He has an AK-47 under the couch. He's got dope hidden in the dishwasher.
And that's not all that was inside the house.
I question if this individual had the best interests of the kids when he had weapons laying around, drugs laying around, unsavory characters coming in and out.
A local father is behind bars today after running a drug trafficking operation out of his home.
And that really wasn't the only concern. According to federal documents, the stash of weapons and drugs found were within reach of his young
Can't
children.
lock us up for what could happen, man.
Robson Street in Detroit.
Hey, Marcus, hey, look.
A place where kids play in their front yards, ride bikes on the
they don't got a
sidewalk.
chance,
A family-friendly neighborhood. But what was going on inside one home on Robson was
I gave you my good guy analyzation. Let me give you the hood analyzation.
concern. According to federal documents, the stash of weapons and drugs
break it
found
down, hood
were within
analyze.
reach of his young children. Robson Street.
Alright, as I look at it, it's not the only drug house on the block. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's continue.
In Detroit.
Hey, Marcus, hey, look.
He too damn big for that bike for one, god dog it. I could tell they just pulled that right out of somebody's driveway and say, hey, ride this shit and make it look like you're doing something out here, kid. We're about to put you on the news.
Place where kids play in their front.
Little man, put your shirt on. Where his parents at? Where his parents at? I have to throw him $5. Go get a t-shirt, man. Go put a t-shirt on, man.
Yards, right?
You ain't playing that hard out here. Go put a t-shirt on.
Bikes on the sidewalk. A family-friendly neighborhood.
Got another shirt. Is he too damn big to be on a big wheel?
But what was going on inside one home on Robson was downright dangerous and potentially
This Google Maps.
deadly.
He's conducting business. What he's not realizing is that if he ticks off the wrong
I don't trust this guy. Look at his eyebrows.
person, they could shoot that house up.
This is the local father who was busted. 35-year-old
Looking like
Lawrence
Oskino
Keith
from State
McDaniel.
Property.
And him thinking, here's my perfect cover. I've got my girlfriend and the 4 kids. Who would think I'm dealing drugs?
According to McDaniel's sentencing memorandum, he ran a drug trafficking operation out of his home, putting the...
Let me give you a word of advice if you in the game. If you move to these areas where nobody know you and you start having all this unknown company coming back and forth, they're going to assume you sell drugs, man. That's the first guess. After that, they could guess anything, but they're going to guess drug dealer.
The lives of his children and community at risk by selling drugs and possessing extremely dangerous weapons. When police busted in, this is some of what they found. An AK-47 style assault rifle loaded with 30 rounds under the couch in the living room. Marijuana and cocaine seized, a stolen handgun found hidden in the bed frame, and upstairs over 100 rounds of ammunition. Now remember, children were reported to be living inside the home. Look, there are bunk beds, a baby carrier, the living room decorated with family pictures.
I question if this individual had the best interests of the kids when he had weapons laying around, drugs laying around, unsavory characters coming in and out.
This wasn't the father's first time in trouble with the law. The defenders have learned over the past 17 years McDaniels has had several prior drug-related drug-related felony convictions and was prohibited by state and federal law from possessing firearms. Apparently, that didn't deter him. Well, now, the dad is behind bars, sentenced to 6 years in prison.
That's it? Oh my gosh. 6 years?
They don't want a dope house in their neighborhood. They don't want weapons in their neighborhood. They
Only 6 years.
And they shouldn't be.
That's automatic 15 in the feds.
Gunshots in their house. Criminals coming around.
Now the families on Robson Street can get back to what's important to them.
Oh my gosh, that's a slap on the wrist.
I have to say they were so relieved that this arrest was made because, of course, as we all know in these drug cases, nobody wants to speak up.
I hope I don't sound like I'm
they were
hating.
able to close this case.
And that could affect the whole neighborhood,
Yeah.
too. There's kids involved, yeah.
6 years. They must not have found any drugs, y'all. They made him do that time based on the gun. They gave him 5 years for the gun probably and 1 year for the drugs. Ain't that something? They painted him out to be the worst guy in the world. Why didn't they give any value? He made 50,000, 60,000. I don't think it was what they say it is, man. That was probably more of a get high spot with an occasional sale here and there with guns around. And by the looks of it, it probably was just a little weed spot and he got high off his own supply. Kept a little coke to pay the bills. It's just my assessment. But that was 3 minutes of crucifixion to me, man. He got locked up, went to court, pleaded out 6 years on the news. All in a day. He had to take that, though, because the feds could have picked it up and gave him 15. You got to take those type of deals when you're a convicted felon caught with a gun. You can't take it to trial, none of that bull crap. Nope. They don't want to hear that. Let's go to this next joint. This is how to properly be stopped by police.
Do a little shopping with my mom. We're just chilling, having one of those mommy-daughter days. Say hey, mama.
What's up, y'all? It's the way Hollywood be.
You can tell when somebody with their mom.
Hey.
That lady look like she can do whatever she wants. The other lady don't.
What is that?
I got a law behind me.
You speeding?
You've been behind me for like 2 blocks.
You got a little cup of liquor.
Oh, good. Put the lights on.
We get pulled over.
Uh-oh. Pulled over with your mother.
Hey, really?
And your mother got a cup of that purple Durpo. What do?
Gonna pull us over.
That's the face of a woman getting pulled over with her mother while she's live. Gotta love it.
Stop. You ain't got nothing better to do.
I don't think we was going that fast.
I wasn't going that fast.
I'm scared. I'm gonna keep it recorded just in case.
Oh, she don't got no purple.
What you do? Oh, no. Oh, here you come.
Yo, she start getting ready like it's a job interview. You getting pulled over. It's not a job interview, queen. But you never know. There might be some rootin' tootin', start shooting cops.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
do you realize you were speeding?
No. I'm not speeding. I'm going to speed limit. 35. It is a speed limit. And that's not what they're going to speed.
Oh, she gonna get her mother busted. She's gonna get her mother busted. What the hell is she doing?
It's the speed limit.
Do you even have a license?
You got a license. I got a license. You do. You know. Then I got a license and the speed limit. I'm telling you.
This is real.
Yeah.
Ma'am, can you please tell your friend to slow down?
Oh my gosh, I'll beat my daughter's ass.
Yes, sir.
I'll beat her
I'm
ass.
going to be.
I'll beat her ass.
a blessed day.
I don't know why I want some Kellogg's cornflakes. I don't know about you. I want some Kellogg's cornflakes. Y'all don't even have to give me sugar. I'm a man. Only if you healthy you could eat cornflakes with no sugar, because all your little taste buds, all that, they're at the top of their game, so you could just taste the natural sweetening of a cornflake. I don't really know. I haven't done it yet, but I was told. He said, leave me, Jesus.
Just going to do a little shopping with my mom.
That was a good one right there. Pigstar HH News. It'll make you laugh. It'll make you cry. Hopefully we won't see nobody die. Guess what time it is? It is Planet of the Fakes kid time. Don't ask me. Ask Miss Don Diva.
Big man, what's up, big man?
Come on, Dad.
Big man, what's up, big man? Let me see your, let me see your muscles. Let me see your muscles. Show me your muscles. Show me your muscles.
Okay.
Big man, what's up, big man?
I don't know. Is that healthy? Like, is that healthy? Is that healthy, man?
Come on, Dad.
Big man, what's up, big man? Let me see your, let me see your muscles. Let me see your muscles. Show me your muscles. Show me your muscles.
All right. Maybe he's the son of a bodybuilder.
Cadê? Por isso, knife defense.
She told me to go back to where I came from. Wow, it's sesame, please. This is weird. This is weird. Wow. Don't take your pictures. Don't take your pictures of me. Don't touch me again.
It's kind of like, honestly, like a what type of moment? Like, what are you talking about? I'm not from anywhere else. It took me 45 minutes to get to Sesame, please. I'm American. I was born and raised in Philadelphia. I don't have...
Again, this term African American is just a diversion to have people be anything other than what we are, American. You understand? And that's what this young woman, the queen, basically just said. Like, I'm not from nowhere else. I'm from here, American. And don't forget, the only reason they made up the African American is because they want us as Americans to feel totally disassociated from America. You understand? As long as you could come out your mouth and say you are African American, you confirming a slavery they cannot provide a receipt for. You understand what I'm saying? So as long as you claiming to be something they can't provide a receipt for, meaning that it's not true or it's unprovable, you're unprovable. What type of justice do unprovable people deserve? So that's why we got to be careful what we listen to and accept as educational. Saying you African American doesn't demonstrate you're educated.
Have anywhere else to go back to, just saying.
Y'all hear a buzzing sound or is it just me? the same sins. Don't blame me. Blame the mic. And the reason I dropped it is because I broke the freaking stand. So now I use it without a stand, right? And without a stand, it falls. Yes, and it fell and broke even more. So be careful when you have a working mic and a broken stand, because more than likely, you're going to break the mic. Let's get back to festivities, B.
For things, a lot that she may not understand. This is terrible. I never attempted to harm her. I never attempted to be confrontational with her at all. All I was worried about was the language that she's using around the kids. Weird. Wow.
So y'all heard that. Now we could get into this next one. This next one is self-defense against a knife.
Cadera, but this is knife defense. I'm gonna show you what they show you guys oftentimes in the cardio capoeira classes. I don't know what he's gonna do. He's gonna try to cut me with a knife some kind of way. I'm gonna do the cadera, cardio
I don't even know what he's gonna try to do.
Okay, ready? You get slashed almost immediately. Now, why is that? Because you're doing your Jenga and you come right back to where you came from because you're a smart person. You know, right? Like, look what happened to the guy with a knife is doing that. Facing you go right here, you're gonna step right back. He says, wait for your dumb butt to come back over here. Or, even if you say, no, I'm gonna try to get away, you hesitate.
He got a soft voice, he will probably
here, you try to get away. Bam, you get stabbed again. Watch the way we do it. Okay? Not even a full fighting Jenga, just the transitions of the fighting cadera. Okay? Pay very close attention. This is position recognition.
I don't know why the guy that attacked don't look as good as the guy defending.
All right? These concepts over and over and over again. All right? Freestyle. I don't know what he's going to do, but you know what I'm going to do. All right? And bam, immediately. I don't wait. I go and get the knife. You see that? I don't wait. I go and get the knife. I know he's going to try to get me with the other hand. Can you see me? Clear? Come on. I'm going to come in here, bam, jam this hand in close, height, width, and depth manipulation again. Come here, watch the hand. Turning the hand here, boom, head goes down. Turning the wrist is forcing the height, the width manipulation, okay? I just transitioned from the forward cadera into the side cadera. This gives me, bring you in closer, this gives me all the options we talked about when we're unarmed. When we're unarmed. So you see where I'm at? I shot in on purpose so I can hook this leg, drive him down. I've got this weapon now. Now things are bad for you. That's exactly what we're gonna do. Or, what we can do is, one of the very best defenses in the world when somebody pulls a knife. Ready? You win. Follow me, follow me, follow me. You run away. Okay? Run away. That's your first line of defense. Well, actually, it's your second line of defense. First line of defense is don't be where the guy with the knife at is. Second one is run away. If you can't run away, use your capoeira the way I said you use it. Focus on the sternum. See all of his weapons. Use your height.
Good information right here, y'all.
He has a knife. Don't be afraid of it. Because he's going to try to get you anyway. He's going to come and do something.
Taking
He's
the
going to come
knife
and do
head
something. Right? You can't let that happen. You see that turn here? Turn here. Bam! I'm turning away from him. Immediately strip this lip. This is height, width, and depth manipulation again. Turning here. Turning this way is the wing manipulation. Turning that arm forward. That head comes back. It's height. Down. Whip. Right here. Slashing with the weapon. That'll give you a width. That'll cause him to arch or bend. When I turned him this way, when I turned here, watch his back. When he came in, I blocked, grabbed here, watch his back. That's the arch and the whip. See how his head came down? That's a height manipulation, okay? Turn the wrist, force the shoulder to turn. That's the width manipulation. Remember.
Look, I got boys that know jujitsu and shit like that, and he used to try that shit on me. Dog, he almost had me a lot of times, because you never know. He'll just grab my wrist, right? And as soon as he grabbed my wrist, I just feel all his body weight on my shit. That's why as soon as like he grabbed my wrist, I stopped the grab. And you gotta stop the grab when they know jujitsu. Jujitsu is like a Asian wrestling, but they break you up. You understand? And the only way I was able to defend it is because he told me he was practicing it. I looked it up. I said, oh, that shit is mostly grabs. Don't let him grab me. Your man tried to grab me mad times, like by my wrist, but I got this break. All you got to do is just spin your hand and you can break it. But if you don't spin your hand as soon as he like grab you, if they get to lock that index finger and that thumb, you might be done. So you got to break it before that index finger and that thumb connect. If you don't, the thumb and the index finger gonna lock your wrist. His weight gonna be on you. And I'm telling you, you never know what they do. He can roll on you, break your arm, anything. So if you ever fight somebody that knows jiu-jitsu, do not let them grab you, period. You just got to break that grab. A lot of people like wrestling. These jiu-jitsu dudes, you can't wrestle with them. They break you up. And my man just always used to try to grab my wrist, like really hard, like with all his strength, breaking it. He just couldn't understand it because I never let him grab me.
Height, depth, width. You want to do as much of those forces.
And the same thing you do with your wrist, you could do with any body part. You just follow that same formation, that counterclockwise or reverse clockwise with your hand. That's going to break that little thumb index lock or whatever. They try to do it with your arm. You just do your arm or your hand in that same direction. Go back and forth. You could spin it, you know what I mean? You go one way, then you go another way, and then you come hard back that other clockwise or counterclockwise direction. You break it, punch him in the face right with the same hand.
The body to be manipulated in a structural way as much as possible with every single offensive you can launch.
Fuck around and break your ankle.
You do that, there's nothing he can do to you. And you can do whatever you want to him. Caveira, but this is knife defense. I'm going to show you
Every now and then I'm going to bring y'all some black self-defense videos. Yeah, we'll do that. Just in case, you know. Unlawful arrest occur. What else we got? Oh, this is a good one. Let's get some laughing out loud.
Hey, come on. Hey, big fella.
Play the fakes in Australia, man.
Chelsea.
Play the fakes Australia, mate.
Chelsea.
Play the fakes in Australia, mate.
Chelsea.
Stop! What are you doing? Mate? You fucking on it next stop. I'll get up. You're well funny.
Shut this bloody guy up, right? You have to punch him right on his bone.
Hey, come on.
Wait a minute. No. I think we missed the end. Oh, y'all don't get to see the end. What happens is the doors open up, but he don't get off. They push him off. Yup, they don't show you the end for some reason. At the end of the video, they push him off the train. The guy that's laughing, the guy in the middle right there, this guy. You see the guy looking at him? This guy. Let me see something. I didn't see him. Yo, look what that guy in the yellow's doing to people's head as they leave the train. Look. Look, he's mushing their heads as they leave the train. I'm not going to Australia if they're doing stuff like that to total strangers. Yo, I didn't know he was mushing people's heads, y'all. Look.
Chelsea.
Stop! What are you doing, you idiot? You fucking on it next stop.
You saw that, man? I'm glad that lady put him in his position. That guy didn't get hurt. He actually got on the next train, got to his destination.
Look at this shit. Look at this shit. This whole white and he black. What the fuck the world coming to?
Hey, there's some crazy fetishes out there. I gotta admit it. Let's get to this police chase.
young buck trying to evade the cops on the beach.
Not gonna lie, trying to get away from the 12. 5-0 to Popo. I think he made a wrong turn somewhere, drifted to the GTA mindset, and just said, fuck it, staring at the world through my rear view. What's up, Brandy? You found us Death Row.
Acabou a praia lá, ele vai ficar atolado agora.
Cara, vai matar ali, velho.
É, vai ficar atolado na areia agora. Botou ré, a ver se sai tiroteio agora. Tentando dar ré, viu? Ficou atolado. Tá saindo do carro, mão pra cima.
Saiu do carro?
É.
Praia já. Agora ele virou contra as ondas. Ele tava quase saindo, cara. Os policiais estão tudo esperando ele pra fora ali, ó. Ele tá cansando já, tá até deitado, ó. Jogou umas paradas.
Alright, he's out. Suspect's out of the vehicle.
Damn, they got the helicopter right there. The helicopter right there.
He's gonna go for a swim.
What the fees?
Alright, he's going for a swim.
Bro, yo, watch this wave smack him. What the hell? He just took out his pocket. They let him go in his pocket? They let him go in his pocket and throw a knife. He said, let the Lord take me. He said, only God can judge me. Only God can judge me. Only God can judge me now. Only God can judge me now. Only God can judge me now. Yo, your man took that wave head on. Only God can judge me now. Only God can judge me. Only God can judge me now. Only God can judge me. Only God can judge me now.
Well,
they don't know he's getting away. It looks like he's getting away, doesn't it?
Between the jetty.
Look at this.
And the sheriff.
Look, he's taking those waves head on. He's taking the waves head on. But there's, oh, look, he's dancing. Oh, he's freaking the waves. He's killing the waves today, baby. Put a 1 in the chat if you think the police ordered him to do that. Why is your man trying to swim in a bubble coat?
Up there swimming. Where's the sheriff's boat?
Why is your man trying to swim
The sheriff's boat
in a bubble coat?
Past the jetty. So.
Maybe it's a life. Maybe it's a life preserver coat.
Well,
Maybe it
this thing's still
floats.
on, dude. Here.
He could have had anything on him busting in that water.
He's still wandering out there.
Put a 1 in the chat if you call this escaping.
Let's see. KCal Booth. Are you
Exactly. He walked past them. He walked past them, Brandy. Please. He walked past them. He was on the driver's side. One was on the driver's side. Another was on the passenger side. Walked past both of them. Yeah, it was a big wave. They're not trained to go in water. Remember we saw Jay Dorr and the cop was explaining and the lady was like, why you didn't jump in there? They watch too many movies. Cops are not trained to go in that water. They may drown. Your man literally walked right by them.
Not that big a crowd.
I'll give it to them. They're doing everything except use lethal force. Gotta give it to these pigs. Big Star HH News. One, he's escaping. Oh, the wave said no, buddy. Only God can judge it. God saying, bring your butt back to shore. If he would have got away, that would have been the ultimate Grand Theft Auto escape. With the helicopters following you. Oh, he took that one. Yo, he took that wave, B. He waiting for those waves to take him out. He could drown. They not jumping in that water for nothing. They don't want to mess up their uniform, get back in the car soaking wet. Nobody has towels.
Who said gangsters don't dance? Only one. Now I run the city. Nigga, yeah, you ready. Powder, powder, powder till it's ready. Now I'm whipping, rock real steady. Now you know how a nigga run the city. Powder, powder, powder till a nigga fucking ready. That's the recipe. That's the recipe. Best of me. Nigga, you ain't best in me. Let them know how you think to see. Gotta predict it like damn nigga addicted to the life if they wanna see how I'm evicted, right? Because society don't wanna accept my type, but I'ma get it cause damn nigga the wrong is right, so I'ma still get it while your niggas left out. I know exactly how the fuck these niggas gotta stress out. Cops just crossing the street, nigga, the ops, because they crossing the meat, nigga, they want to drop you any day, niggas, but we gon' come through. Gotta get it so niggas don't lose, we get double U's. So what the fuck you saying? These niggas got double D's, they titties. Fuck these niggas and what they see, cause it's powder, 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 rock till it's ready. Nigga non-stop and you know I'm coming heavy. That's how the fuck I'ma run this city. Powder, 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 rock till it's ready. Powder, 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 rock till it's ready. Niggas see me do it, yeah, I'm fucking real steady. That's how you know a nigga run the city. Powder, 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 rock till it's ready. Who says a nigga don't dance? I lean back with the gun in my pants in a trance. Then, niggas, you know I got pants. Gotta let it rain on them, yeah, nigga, the man. This is off the top of the dome, like off the top of the chrome. I take your wig back and now I send you home. The white light or the red dark, don't even matter, feeling like I'm Tony Stark. I be the Iron Man, niggas, I got the iron in hand. So niggas wanna see how I'm folding a man. Got them creased up, fuck nigga, you know you leased up. I gotta do a kilometers, don't mean much, because I'm on the street today. And yesterday and the day before that, we play. Fuck around, work hard, play hard. I gotta get it, they like I stay guard. Because powder, powder, rock till it's ready. Nigga, I'm whipping real steady. You gon' see how I run the city. Powder, 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 rock till it's ready. Powder, 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 rock till it's ready. Yeah, nigga, see how the fuck I'm real steady. Yeah. Now you know how I run the city. Powder, 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 rock till it's ready.
Okay then. He wasted a lot of energy. Hey, Tiffany, peace queen. He wasted a lot of energy right there. Shout out to him. He's gonna go right to bed once he gets in that holding cell. Let's make sure that they don't beat him up. I gotta move to that town, man. The police that's that tolerant, you gotta love it. I'm gonna drop this in the chat. Yes, drop it in the chat news. Let's do it. You're rocking with the king of content. We got so much content, we giving it away. This is dropping in the chat news. I just got an age restriction. You know, we got silly ass racist agent haters sitting here flagging us for 5 months, then come on YouTube and play the victim. Don't play with police if you don't have receipts. Drop it in the news. I'm gonna watch it with y'all. I'm dropping it in the chat, but I'm not a mod, or am I? There go the link. We watching this one in our privates. Ooh, hey yo. I said we watching this in our privates. Yeah, Betty. I'm gonna play the audio though. I don't think it's no audio. It sounded like it was just music. I dropped it in the chat. Join the Google Photos if you want to see it. If you don't, just enjoy the audio.
Everybody on y'all phones though, all y'all the real cowards. Record that too. Everybody on the phone, record that. Everybody recording the phone, real coward. Ain't cool, man. Y'all in the middle of the street. Look, she's smiling and laughing. They laughing. Look, he laughing. He got a big smile on his face, little bro. He got a big smile on his face. Look at your man right here. It's supposed to be your man. He dying. He can't look. He can't even laugh. Look, looking up. Listen to that. Look, they all laughing, little bro. But you really upset. And you really upset. You more mad than he is. I can see it in your face. So you defending yourself. Who told you wrong? All right, so you gotta answer that. Who told you wrong, little bro? And the only reason I'm saying this to all y'all, yo, because y'all almost men. All of y'all, yo. Y'all almost men. Y'all ain't kids no more. Y'all girls ain't little girls no more. Y'all, look, yo. Y'all men, yo. Y'all men, yo. 14, 15, 16, 17. Y'all men.
And this is so important for young boys to hear coming from a man that they are young men, because not getting it, they'll go through puberty thinking they're still little kids. That's why you'll have 30-something-year-old men still acting like little kids. You understand?
Acting like it, yo.
Nobody ever told them you're a young man becoming a man. And like I told y'all before, they wiped the word man and woman from our vocabulary based on they don't even mention those in the news, movies, on the streets or nothing. You either this, that, or the third, but you're never considered a man or woman. So why would you ever act like it by default?
Yo, y'all got parents, yo. Y'all got parents, yo. Don't make your parents look like this, yo. Word up. Don't make your parents look like this,
You
yo.
can tell he old school
It's
with the
important, yo.
word
Don't
up.
make your mom and dad look like
Word
this.
up, shorty.
Word up, man. And if y'all live
Word
around
up,
here, listen
shorty.
to it good. Hey, yo, you, I know
About
where
to
you
go
from.
knock some boots.
I know where you from. Humble beginnings. Your mom and dad work hard to get where they at, yo. They work hard to get where they at, yo. I'm telling y'all, yo, little bro, your dad doing life. You think it's a game out here? Ain't no game out here. It's real out here, little bro. Y'all playing games, yo. Stop playing games, man. Y'all shake hands, bro. I'm telling y'all gotta do that, bro. Like right now. I'm telling y'all gotta do that, bro. It's gonna be a problem with me. Shake hands, bro. Bro, shake hands, bro. Bro, shake hands, bro. Shake hands, yo. Hey, yo. Shake hands, yo. That's all, man, I'm leaving. I ain't leaving, bro. Y'all don't shake hands, bro. I'm not leaving, bro. I'm not leaving, bro. Shake hands, bro.
But just shake his hand, bro.
Shake hands, bro.
You gotta spit.
Shake hands, bro. That's it, bro.
That nigga hands.
Yo, nah. Now look.
16 dislikes, they gotta love us. Thank you for the views.
Now look.
There's only one person.
They want y'all to be enemies. Now look. He can't even stop smiling.
You ugly as hell.
You got that. Get a sign of good faith. Put your hand back out, bro. He gonna shake it this time, I promise you. Put your hand back out, bro. He gonna shake it, bro. Y'all be good, bro.
Yeah, tell them the truth. They the future. And of course, racists hate stuff like this. Because they hate us. They hate our success. So it don't matter what we put up here. Thank you. We got 100,000 people that disagree with it.
Everybody on y'all phone.
Look where we are in 2 years and look where they are. No guidance, no structure, no nothing. Used to be the biggest truthers, now the biggest liars. But it's all good. It's their destinies.
Hello? Hi, Diane. Hi. You remember me, Diane?
Yes, I think so, honey. Right now, I don't know. I probably do.
Diane, so this morning I gave you an Uber ride?
I showed y'all this already, I think. Yeah, I showed y'all that already.
I visited West Africa
in 1977, Senegal. Then I went to Kenya. That used to be British East Africa. Then on up to Egypt, to Cairo, and to outside of Cairo to look at the Great Pyramid and the Sphinx, and then took a plane up the Nile River to the ruins of Thebes and walked through the temple of Ammon at Amun-Ra that was built in 3700 BC, the greatest temple that was ever built in the world. And I saw all these great things. And we know that black people built all these things. And yet Hornby was supposed to be the greatest historian of his day, a professor at Oxford University. And he tells you that these people were white. And if you listen to these people, you'll get your mind terribly balled up. Down in Kenya, outside of Nairobi, I visited a village of people that called the Maasais. The Maasais of the same racial stock as the ancient Egyptians and the Ethiopians. And while I'm standing there looking the village over, some of these people came up and I was shocked. All the authorities that I had consulted told me that these people were members of the white race. And they were blue-black. In Senegal, where they say the people are Negroes, most of them were sort of medium brown colored. None of them were actually black, but they are Negroes. And then you go over to East Africa among the Maasais, and most of them are blacker than a blackboard, and they're white people. So, I mean, if you're going to get the lowdown on history, you've got to use your own head, not somebody else's. Now, I found out that the Greeks, who were supposed to have been the founders of civilization because they were the first civilized white folks, but the Greeks got their civilization from the Egyptians. And the Egyptians were black people. And the Greeks passed their civilization on to the Romans. And the Romans were a very stupid, dumb bunch of people for the most part. They couldn't retain it. They lost it. They had a dark age in Europe for 500 years. And then another bunch of Africans, the Moors, from North Africa moved into Spain and started civilization all over again. So instead of Europe civilizing Africa, Africa has civilized Europe 2 times. So that's what you have to keep in mind. And now I want to say something about why it is that I have to be talking to you about African history. The reason I'm talking to you about it is because it's not in the textbooks. And it's not in the textbooks because we don't write textbooks. We have other people write the textbooks and they put that propaganda in there, and we are supposed to swallow it. Now, we are told that after the Greeks were taken over by the Romans and their civilization decayed, and then the Roman civilization went down after the fall of Rome, and you had a 500-year dark age. We were told that Christianity re-civilized Europe and produced modern civilization. And we know, if we read the literature, that these white Christians of Europe are the dumbest people that ever lived. They said that the earth was flat like a pancake out in the vastness of space, with the sun and the moon and all the stars going around it. The ancient Egyptians in the Pyramid Age 6,000 years ago knew that the world was round. They knew that it went around the sun in 365 and 1/4 days. And their astronomers measured the earth, and they knew what the polar diameter was. They knew what the equatorial diameter was. They measured the circumference of the earth, and they calculated it so accurately until modern astronomers said their error was only 1 yard. In other words, the circumference of the earth is about 25,000 miles, and they calculated it with an error of about this, 1 yard. So if you read history the way it happened and not the way other people wrote about it, you will find out that the black race created the civilization, created the white, civilized the white folks 2 times. So that you want to get some perspective on this. And the white folks took the religion of ancient Egypt, of Ethiopian Egypt, and balled it up completely. I visited West Africa in 1977.
Put a one in the chat if y'all can hear me. Thank you, Brandy.
What up, y'all? Planet of Fakes for Kids here, and I just compiled these videos. It's about a young man that caught these young girls breaking into his girlfriend's car, and he basically doesn't call the police on them, try to just give them a speech.
Thank you, Ms. Don Diva.
That's not the
Peace, Wax Dog, Pink Star,
climax of the
HH
video.
Music.
The climax of the video is the man claims he didn't call police on them due to the fact that he didn't trust to call the police on him, that more than likely the police would have made him the criminal in this situation. I think that's very sad, but it's a very true statement, and there are a lot of black men that are plagued with those same thoughts, and it's not to any responsibility to them, but it's more like due to the behavior of the police. So check this video out. If it doesn't start after I finish, stop or finish or stop talking, click the link in the description. Planet of Fakes for Kids. This is definitely a sad story because these girls are
This is a sad story, y'all. Please, I warned y'all, get your Kleenexes.
Planet of the Fakes for Kids. And Pig Star HH News. Man confronts 2 teenage girls breaking into a car, doesn't call police because he's black. Royal Oak W's is bro. I'm sorry, bro, said one of the suspects, a girl believed to be about 13. We won't do it again, she added, begging Marcellus Hoga not to call police after he caught the girl and another girl breaking into his girlfriend's car. Planet of the Fakes. It was about 9:30 Thursday night near 5th Street and Alexander in Royal Oak when Marcellus walked out of his home and spotted the light on his girlfriend's vehicle. He then saw the suspects run and jumped into his car to chase after them. Marcellus drove up to the suspects and while recording video with his cell phone, spots one of the suspects trying to hide under a red Jeep Wrangler. I caught your expletive. Stealing, Marcellus yelled out of driver's side window to the girls as the one who tried to hide under the vehicle stood up and began walking toward him. We didn't steal anything, said one girl while her friend repeatedly apologized. I'm sorry, bro.
Thank me, I'm the
One girl admitted they were checking to see if the vehicle was locked. We opened it 1 inch, she said. I should call the cops, Marcellus told the girls, who then begged him not to call police. Bro, I'm sorry, bro. Please don't call the cops, one of the girls said. Marcellus didn't call police, but not because the girls asked him not to. He told 7 Action News that he didn't call police because he's black and the 2 breaking and entering suspects were young white girls. The situation could have flipped very quickly, said Marcellus, a musical artist who goes by the name 6am. Marcellus said the girls could have made him out to be the bad guy and told police that he was following them around, and just based on the way I look, he said, I could be a black guy who looks like Tiger Woods and they might give him a second chance. But I don't look like Tiger Woods. No telling what they would have thought. Marcellus pointed out that he has dreads and a lot of tattoos. He told the girls if he were the one who opened someone's car door, he'd be going to jail. And then he asked the girls if they were trying to go to jail by breaking into people's cars. They were just being stupid, one girl replied. Marcellus hopes his encounter with the girls will make them think before they do something so foolish again. Y'all take your expletive home, he said. Stay out of trouble. Before they walked away, both girls said they learned a good lesson. And they both repeated, "I'm so sorry." "Obviously, I'm a good guy," said Marcellus, hoping young people realize that if the wrong person catches them breaking the law or doing something wrong, things may know. And well, you could bump into a good guy like me, or you could bump into a terrible person, Marcellus said. Like, comment, follow, share, subscribe. Then visit.
A man tracked the girls down after he suspected them of breaking into his girlfriend's car, but he did not call the police.
Our Kimberly Craig live in Royal Oak tonight with a story you'll see only on 7. So, Kim, why didn't he call the cops?
Yes, Dave and Carolyn, in a nutshell, because he's black. He says he worried that police would actually question him more than the girls, the suspects in the case, because they tried to hide under a red Jeep after he spotted them.
Tried to hide under a red Jeep.
I caught y'all stealing, didn't I?
We didn't steal.
What y'all doing?
We didn't steal anything.
What y'all doing?
What y'all doing?
What y'all doing?
No, I'm sorry.
And you gotta talk loud like that. They're white, like Tim said.
When the two suspects he busted breaking into his girlfriend's car were so young and then tried to apologize.
You won't do it again. So I should call the cops, though, real quick.
No, I'm sorry, bro. Please don't call the cops.
Y'all broke in my lady car. Her car sitting over there. I come outside. Y'all get 1 inch. It ain't no 1 inch. Ain't no such thing as 1 inch.
It happened around 9:30 Thursday night near 5th Street in Alexander in Royal Oak. And the two suspects, girls he later learned from someone on social media, may be about 13 years old. Some people wanted him to call the police, but he didn't.
I was just letting them know that you caught.
If you have something like this that occurs, you have to contact the police. You know, what may seem to be an isolated incident just in your part of town may be connected to other incidents that we may be actively.
And also, you might save their life. I had to pause it, and that's one of those. I'm not gonna speak. I'm gonna just let y'all hear what he has to say. I don't want to ruin his moment.
Looking into.
Marcellus says he didn't call police because he was worried that he'd be painted as the bad guy.
The two young ladies obviously were young. They could have said this man was following me around, and based on just the way I look, you know, I could be a black guy who looks like Tiger Woods. They might give him a second chance, but I don't look like Tiger Woods. Obviously, my hair, you know, tattoos all over the place. No telling what they would have thought. I open up somebody's door and I'm breaking and entering. I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
I'm going to jail.
Yeah.
You know that, right?
He's a rapper,
Y'all know that?
Yes, we know that.
So what y'all doing? Why y'all walking around stealing cars, breaking in cars, not what y'all trying to go to jail?
Stupid. Marcellus told the girls what they were doing was
They got
foolish.
drug
and he
problems,
hopes
man. Call the police, man. They on that method.
words sink in.
Y'all take y'all home, man.
I'm sorry.
Stay out of trouble.
That was a really good lesson.
Yeah, I know it is.
You could tell they got drug problems. You could tell they got drug problems because they've been caught before and they know how to get out of it.
I'm so sorry.
Get out of here. Just a lesson to the kids who are doing crimes like that. Just know that the outcome could be different. You could bump into a good guy like me, or you could bump into a terrible person.
Word, I like this story. Shout out to Miss Don Diva for
that
this.
video over to
I
Royal
like
Oak
this
Police
story,
because
man.
they may be able to identify those young suspects. In Carolyn, police are once again urging people to make sure they lock up their vehicles. Back to you.
That's an important lesson as well. Lock your vehicle, and hopefully those two young girls learned a lesson as well, Kim. Quite lucky. Thank you so much for the live report.
Crazy, right?
Pizza delivery man versus used car lot employees. Who would you trust?
I want him fired.
Instead of the delivery guy getting fired, the internet got fired up. Shame on you all for how you treated that pizza delivery man.
Give me a quick second.
It all started when Jared Tansey from Palace Pizza delivered an order to F&R Auto Sales in Westport, Massachusetts. So follow the math. The total pizza bill was $42. The used car employees chipped in and gave Jared the delivery guy a total of $50. 2 20s and 2 5s, which means $7 left over. Jared leaves with a $50. There's disagreement about whether he said anything about keeping the change before he took off. The car lot people complained to Palace Pizza's manager. Jared comes back to return the $7, recorded by a camera in the car lot office.
It just doesn't make sense why you would hand me a bill.
Yo, I seen this joint before. Whoever seen this before?
That you were just gonna have me drive back here to give you back anyway.
The man behind the desk explains he gave Jared all the money the group had collected and expected to get back the correct change.
The manager apologized once for you. You want to apologize again for you? It's okay, you got your $7 back, so the world is right now.
Oh no, it wasn't.
Hey, out the door before I put my foot in your ass. How's that?
Someone posted the video, it went viral, the insults flew. Scummy, nasty people. F&R Auto Sales was bombarded with terrible reviews. Do you or someone you know want to be treated like crap? Then this is your go-to place.
They
the comments
slaughtered
got
that
so bad the car lot called police. By Thursday afternoon, the owner of F&R Auto Sales had publicly apologized for the actions that led to this embarrassing video. The owner offers an unspecified cash donation to the delivery man.
They donated
He says
money
the man in the
to
blue
him.
shirt was not actually an employee.
He wasn't even an employee.
And that the female employee has been fired. But will
get him fired?
All that counteract the video?
Get the owner and the manager on the phone. I want that job.
Supporters of the delivery guy even said
$7,455 for delivering to a contractor and a female that just co-signed the contractor.
Set up a GoFundMe account for Jared. It raised thousands, much of it in donations of $7.
With a name like Jared, you gotta donate.
Amount of the non-tip, wrote one supporter. Once I messed with a pizza.
Only thing beating the Jared is the Tristan.
The guy, haven't sold a car since. Taking on the delivery man turned out to be biting off a lot more than a car lot could chew. Jeannie Mo, CNN, New York.
Good one. Good one. We just ripping and running through these, y'all. King of content, man.
And Pig Star HH News. Miss Don Diva. Man arrested at Motor City Casino in connection with Warren Oak Park bank robberies. Dorian Sykes confesses to 2 bank robberies, police say. Detroit. A man was arrested Tuesday at Motor City Casino after using notes to rob banks in Warren and Oak Park, police said. Warren bank robbery. Dorian Turver Sykes, 35, is accused of robbing the Citizens Bank at 23,521 Van Dyke in Warren at 9:18 a.m. Monday. Police said Sykes walked into the bank, asked about opening an account and sat down in a chair. When an employee went to help him, Sykes pulled out a note and told the employee that he was robbing the bank, police said. The clerk went to her teller station, as Sykes followed her to the counter, according to authorities. He was handed $1,222 from the drawer before he turned around and left the bank, officials said.
Your man walked in a bank, took a seat, took a business card. Lady came to help him. He gave her a note. I'm robbing the bank. She took the note. She walked to the money. He walked behind her. She gave him the money. He walked out the bank. Is it really a robbery?
Witnesses described the robber as being about 25 to 35 years old, 5 feet 10 inches to 6 feet 1 inch tall and 160 to 170 pounds. They said he was wearing a black sweatsuit with white stripes on the arms and legs and a white t-shirt underneath. Dorian Turver Sykes is accused of robbing the city.
You could tell it's hard when you rob a bank in your weekend outfit. Like, it's hard, man. No mask, no nothing, no shape up, no nothing.
Citizens Bank in Warren on Aug 12, 2019 WDIV. Warren investigators said Sykes left the bank in a silver Cadillac Dietz that had been parked a street away. Sykes fled to the northwest, police said. Oak Park bank robbery. Investigators learned from Oak Park Police that the Comerica Bank on Coolidge Highway near 10 Mile Road was robbed around 3:15 p.m. Monday. Police said the man in Oak Park Bank robbery had been wearing the same sweatsuit as the person who robbed the Citizens Bank in Warren. Sykes walked into the Comerica Bank and told the teller he needed to open an account, according to authorities. He then showed the teller a note that said, "This is a robbery," officials said. The teller gave Sykes money, including bait money, police said. Sykes ran out of the bank with the money and was seen heading west on Ludlow Street from Coolidge Highway, according to authorities. Skies identified as robber, police say. Warren investigators named Skies as a possible suspect in both bank robberies. They also determined he owned a silver Cadillac Dietz, according to officials. A silver Cadillac Dietz that belongs to bank robbery suspect Dorian Turver Sykes, police said. WDIV. Police said Sykes had previous federal convictions for bank robbery, firearms, offenses and other charges related to an incident. He served 15 years in federal prison, officials said. Arrest at Motor City Casino. Members of the Warren Police Department's Special Operations Unit took Sykes into custody Wednesday at the Motor City Casino in Detroit. A search warrant was executed at Sykes' home in the 14,100 block of Collingham Drive on Detroit's east side, police said. The results of that search were not disclosed. Sykes was interviewed by Warren detectives and FBI agents about the robberies and confessed to both, according to authorities. Warren police contacted the FBI about the investigation, and FBI officials will assume responsibility for his prosecution because of his prior convictions and him being on parole. Warren police have completed their investigation into the case, officials said. Sykes is expected to be turned over to the FBI on Thursday. Like, comment, follow, share, subscribe. Planet of the Fakes 4 Families. And Pig Star HH News. Miss Don Diva.
Yeah, rock with the best. Shout out to Miss Don Diva for that. Let's get into the next one. Flawless videos. And this is the last video. I hope y'all enjoy it. Whatever y'all need me to do after that, just put it in the chat. I hit my own like haters.
The Constitution, the Bill of Rights of orderly. Come to D Street, you know where my corner be. Shout to the 34th. I think you try to dawn it out. I'm not afraid, 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 I'm not afraid. Planet of the Fakes Radio, where we teach you rights, put a limit on government, the rich with rights.
Alright, what up, y'all? Planet of Fakes here for kids and
my gosh, I'm not even gonna tell y'all.
I don't know what's going on here. This 18-year-old young man is being accused of paying an 11-year-old girl for sex after he raped her. And basically the video just compiled of, you know, the initial situation, him getting arraigned. But they also made a point that it's hard to get minor victims like this to cooperate. So he may even walk. I want you to check out this story. If the video doesn't continue playing after I stop talking, click the link in the description. Umbrella Corp. We're unstoppable.
Planet of the Fakes 4 Kids and Pig Star HH. Report, man paid 11-year-old runaway girl $16 for sex. Escambia County, Florida. Where Daintree Anthony Brown, 18, is in jail after Escambia County Sheriff's Office reports he raped a child and then paid her $16. A judge addressed Brown in court Tuesday afternoon and issued he be held without bond. An arrest report from the Sheriff's Office says he is one of several young men who participated in raping the 11-year-old girl. Assistant State Attorney Ann Patterson told Where cases like these can be hard to crack when the victim is so young. Typically, children aren't as cooperative and oftentimes those involved are not identified by full name. It took a while for law enforcement to catch the individuals involved, Patterson said. In this situation, the report details what the child and witnesses say happened. It was these statements that led deputies to Brown. It is younger than what we typically see, even in runaway scenarios, and because of her age, law enforcement was especially diligent in investigating this matter, Patterson said. In the report, the young girl says she ran away from her foster home and had sex for money because she needed food. The report says a total of 4 men took turns raping her inside the bathroom of a home. In the report, the child was with another girl, who allegedly knew some of the boys involved. The sheriff's office confirmed with Ware that juveniles were involved, but there is not enough probable cause for arrests. Patterson says Brown has been charged with lewd and lascivious behavior against a child under 12. Lewd and lascivious battery is a first-degree, punishable by life felony, Patterson said.
Punishable by life,
Like, comment, follow, share, subscribe. Then visit www.
Man is in the Escambia County Jail, and according to an arrest report, he's there because he paid an 11-year-old for sex. Channel 3's Daniela Polinar joins us with details.
DeAndre Brown sits in the Escambia County Jail after reports say he was involved in of a child and then paid her $16. The details in this report are disturbing.
I'm going to start with DeAndre Brown.
A judge addressed the 18-year-old in court Tuesday afternoon, issuing him no bond. An arrest report from the Escambia County Sheriff's Office says he's one of several young men who participated in raping an 11-year-old girl. Assistant State Attorney Ann Patterson says cases like these can be hard to crack when the victim is so young.
Typically, children involved in these kind of cases are not as cooperative as in other cases, and the individuals are often not identified by their full names, and so it took time for law enforcement to track down the individuals involved.
The report details what the child and witnesses say happened. It was these statements that led police to Brown.
That is younger than we typically see even in runaway scenarios, and so because of her age, the law enforcement was particularly vigorous about their investigation in this matter.
In the report, the young girl says she ran away from her foster home and had sex for money because she needed food. The report says a total of 4 males took turns raping her inside the bathroom of a home. The report, the child was with another girl who allegedly knew some of the males involved. ECSO confirms juveniles were involved, but there's not enough probable cause for their arrest. Patterson says Brown is charged with lewd and lascivious behavior against a child under 12.
Lewd and lascivious sexual battery is a first-degree punishable by life felony.
Punishable by life. One offense that you could get life for, y'all. One offense you could get life for, and I think he deserved life for doing that to a little kid. Choke, no joke news.
Try the new Beyond Sausage Breakfast Sandwich, only at Dunkin'.
Hey, you want to bite of my delicious Dunkin' Beyond Sausage Breakfast Sandwich? You won't believe what it's made from.
It's 10 grams of Beyond Meat plant-based protein.
I know it's no time for a commercial. Life. Lewd and lascivious acts. Get charged with lewd and lascivious acts, they trying to hit you with the LB. First offense. He's only 18, y'all. He's only 18. I think the judicial system's ODing. If they don't got enough evidence to charge everybody involved, I don't see how they got enough evidence to just give one person life. Like, come on, man. Threatening them with it so he plead out to 10 to 15 years, okay. But to really take it to trial and beat him based on some corporate laws, I think it's, he's 18. He probably just turned 18. He could be 18 and a day old right now. Those 2 days changed his life. At 17, I don't think it's a crime, and I don't think it's against the law. He would still be considered a minor. So that's important just to take into consideration. The other thing that's important is, how do they do that without cooperation from the victim? That's my question, because that's what they just said. And I know what y'all thinking.
Hey, let's go out to Kanika Jenkins. R.I.P. We ain't forgot about you, baby. Let's go. Just a little girl. Live in a crazy world.
In the chat.
Oh, niggas and these.
In case you ain't hear me, anything you want me to address, put it in the chat.
You just a little girl, living in a crazy world. I wish I could've told ya that these niggas and these bitches ain't worth getting close to. You just a little girl. That's my sister, my cousin, my niece. When I heard the story, I couldn't sleep for weeks. I guess your daughter name got cold feet. I guess it was too many you get, like your homie. The root to Wally, here's your money. Say it again. But how could you know? 19, living the American dream. Them woods and sheets clothes you never seen. Gone way too soon. In the Cadillac I lean. Sometimes I wanna go to Chirac with the strap. Everybody saw somebody holding your back. But nah, I ain't gon' let that be the setback. We still gon' progress and still see justice in the process. Yo, there was no contest. So what? Our solutions gotta be manifest. Kanika Jenkins, and we'll never forget. Angel, and that's a hard thing. You just a little girl, living in a crazy world. I wish I could've told ya that these niggas and these bitches ain't worth getting close to. You just a little girl.
Good night to all of y'all.
Don't matter, it's been a little minute, bitch nigga, but I'm still with it. Stop flagging, you know.
Ladies know we still in it. Planet Effects, new Umbrella Corp 2020 ID.
Let go. It's been a little minute, bitch nigga, but I'm still with it.
We looking for ops, young niggas letting off shots. They don't give a fuck about the cops, we clutching the mops. Bitch, if you lack at the trap, we taking whatever you got. We catching me drop, they aiming straight at the top. No dissing, we told them to stop. Hop out on this block, oh, the stick of the Glock. Don't matter, somebody get shot. We looking for ops, young niggas letting off shots. They don't give a fuck about the cops, we clutching the mops. Bitch, if you lack at the trap, we taking whatever you got. We catching me drop, they aiming straight at the top. No dissing, we told them to stop. Hop out on this block, oh, the stick of the Glock. Don't matter, somebody get shot. Fuck all the cops, I know they hope we gon' stop, but the way that I'm living, I'm not. We stopping this block, catch him, hop out with the Glock, and put that little bitch in a box. You think you gon' plot, he gotta be out of his top. The stick knock him out of his socks. I'm tryna turn a bitch nigga head high. Brand new stick came with a red dot. When that feel, I do this shit for real. Bitch, I'm tryna catch me a kill, don't come where I live. Young nigga slanging that steel, you play with your life and get killed. Shit get real, no step or two chewing them pills, and they'll come lay at your grill. Up from the hip, blow off his ribs, hop in the whip, now your mom is tears. All of my niggas get straight to the business. We got the mops and they come with the stitches. Clear the whole street, we ain't leaving no witness. Hated by minute, they say I'm a menace. Won't check in when I come in your city. You and all them bitch niggas gon' get it. This Drake all way more than 20, so when I aim at your head, I won't miss it. We looking for ops, young niggas letting off shots. They don't give a fuck about the cops, we clutching the mops. Bitch, if you lack at the trap, we taking whatever you got. We catching me drop, they aiming straight at the top. No dissing, we told them to stop. Hop out on this block, oh, the stick of the Glock. Don't matter, somebody get shot. We looking for ops, young niggas letting off shots. They don't give a fuck about the cops, we clutching the mops. Bitch, if you lack at the trap, we taking whatever you got. We catching me drop, they aiming straight at the top. No dissing, we told them to stop. Hop out on this block, oh, the stick of the Glock. Don't matter, somebody get shot.
We looking for ops, behind 23 body drop. We spinning the game, can't stop, keep talking with the chest. Flip with the whole, got the draw. Red niggas hard stop, fall out in public. Sending out them shots. We up new next to the drive, them niggas be snitches. All of them niggas, some bitches. All of them niggas, some bitches. All of my niggas sharp shooters. All of my niggas go get it. Clip full of steppers, ain't none that gon' get you. Riding in this flag, no, this not a rental. My shooter's legendary, bitch, niggas, some beginners. Over dissing when he really pretending. He clear on the blocks and them niggas go get him. Over dissing when he really pretending. He clear on the blocks and them niggas gon' get him. Screaming out, fuck the ops, face shot a nigga right in front of cops. Cold hearted, cold body, it's a bloody murder. Got some shit I hop out with, some you never ever heard of. catch his ass, drop his ass, put him on the news, now he heard
We looking for ops, young niggas letting off shots. They don't give a fuck about the cops, we clutching the mops. Bitch, if you lack at the trap, we taking whatever you got. We catching me drop, they aiming straight at the top. No dissing, we told them to stop. Hop out on this block, oh, the stick of the Glock. Don't matter, somebody get shot. We looking for ops, young niggas letting off shots. They don't give a fuck about the cops, we clutching the mops. Bitch, if you lack at the trap, we taking whatever you got. We catching me drop, they aiming straight at the top. No dissing, we told them to stop. Hop out on this block, oh, the stick of the Glock. Don't matter, somebody get shot.
Let go, let go, let go.
Farmers Insurance.
I want to thank all of y'all. I want y'all to remember, stay positive, stay productive, stay prolific, and most of all, stay profitable. And at the end of the day, don't think of what society looks at you as for what you are or what you have to become. I think a lot of people succumb to that. Shout out to everybody, including the haters and traitors. Planet of Fakes live.
TA don't like me, they say that I'm slick. 300 for dinner, 100 for tips. Shoot for the top, they know I won't miss. I put that on K and they know that's no sis. Gucci raincoat for all of this drip. They gon' change up, these pieces don't hit. Tie like Draymond, down for the click. And he just hang around waiting for bricks. Dropped out of school, I was sick. Dropped the top, made me forget. I beat the indictment, I did. To beat the indictment again. I'm counting up cheese while I'm dunking the D's while I'm riding them bands. I can fit nothing when what I got came from the pain I was in. That's why I go off on my ends. That's why I get high as the rim. I don't wanna work out or do push-ups. I just wanna pull up in the Benz. She say I'm ruthless, I'm just like the cool. Ain't no weak links in my chain and my crew. Here for the night, tryna fuck with it, dude. Got me these hits, they come straight off the top. My young boys run up and run off at your knot. Jumping like Zion right off of the block. Got caught on one till you quick cause you saw. Me, I pull strings like I picked the guitar. I do it bigger like men's big and tall. And I always get back like a give and a go. Like a give and a go. TA don't like me, they say that I'm slick. 300 for dinner, 100 for tips. Shoot for the top, they know I won't miss. I put that on K and they know that's no sis. Gucci raincoat for all of this drip. They gon' change up, these pieces don't hit. Tie like Draymond, down for the click. And he just hang around waiting for bricks.